like, comment, subscribe, share the listing.
Did people subscribe after your big rant the other day?
No,
Oh,
we had a couple.
Oh,
Like,
very well done.
yeah. To those
New subscribers.
three new subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, because you listened and you took
responded,
action and you responded, and I appreciate that.
Go. Thank you.
For the rest of you guys,
come on. I think Nana not here has changed.
It does change the energy. It changes.
It's changed the dynamic.
It's weird. It's
dynamic.
Weird. All right. Yeah, no, it's weird. It is weird. That's funny. That.
We
That's
feel.
funny,
I feel. Yeah, we're not.
It just feels like something isn't.
Yeah. Something because we would have heard from her from the mics. Tell us what's going on.
Interesting. Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Chophouse. My name is Nii Evans.
And I'm Mikey J. Asante. It's a weird one today. We got no Nana in the room.
There's no Nana.
It feels there's like bruv, the way the chair is.
The chair
with the headphone just sitting on.
It's sad. It's sad.
Totally sad, bro.
It's
for
sad.
real.
But this is also why I feel like we should sack her as our producer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like her commitment.
It's questionable.
Are you gonna attempt?
I'm gonna have that conversation.
Nah,
tonight.
I don't think you're gonna do it.
Bro, I'm gonna have the conversations. Let's see if she even makes it back.
Yeah.
If she don't say the right words.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I need to know the commitment is 100.
You and your life, bro. You like to play. Like on this podcast, you like to play with your life. Like the other day with the guy and the with the wife and that.
Yeah.
Bro, that has continued to repeat on me.
Why?
Like just the notion of this character now being judged by us.
Really?
And and you're connected.
But we're judging people.
Yeah,
every single episode.
But we're not connected to them directly.
I'm not connected to him.
Oh my God.
I don't know him.
All right, guys. When something happens to Russ, boy, just remember I said so.
Oh dear, it's all good. But here we are, episode 13.
Is it episode 13?
Episode 13.
Wow. So what are we gonna do when it gets to like 20? Is like a 20. That should be a massive milestone.
That should. What do you think we should do?
I don't know. Just have a solid spread.
You know what? I mean, I'm not too bothered about like the numbers, so to speak. But I will be excited when we are like, wow, we've been doing this for a year.
If it's like 50, I think.
Yeah.
When we get to 50
is also a good number.
Yeah, because like if you did one a week, you know, you could be hitting 50.
Yeah,
That's like
a
year, 52 or 53,
yeah.
whatever. But you know what's jokes? My brother has always kept on saying he will come through if we're having Kenke and Benku and ground rights,
so
Shito and everything.
I saw Richard yesterday.
All right.
And
he was there. Okay.
And so the missus was like, he should come on the show. I was like, yeah, come on the show, Rich. And he was like, nah. I was like, what do you mean no? And he goes, actually, no, I'll come on, but I just want to chill in the back.
Oh, he was okay, fair enough.
So I said, all right, yeah, cool, whatever.
Cool, well, yeah, maybe.
So,
but then I can imagine he's going to get vocal. To be honest.
The thing is, he cannot sit there and not be vocal.
Come on.
Like, it's impossible.
Come on. Exactly.
It's impossible.
Exactly.
So when he said, like, I'm just going to sit, I was like, cool in it. Because from when you're in the room, that's it.
Yeah,
that's
you're part of the conversation.
So all right. So for that one, we'll make sure that we're chopping.
Yeah, like what, 50 or 20? 20's around the corner.
Yeah, 20's around the corner.
Yeah, 50. Okay.
You want to?
Nah, 50. 50, we do like a proper Ghana.
You know,
we respect the cloth that's on the table.
There you go. I don't know if you've seen, there's this restaurant in North London called Chuku's.
No, I haven't.
So it's a Nigerian tapas style restaurant, right?
So that's what, just pure Nigerian food, or does it have?
So it's the fusion.
Okay.
Fusion,
okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been clocking them for a while on socials, and I've been meaning to get down there.
Okay.
And then recently, a video circulated where they're doing like most businesses in this time, struggling. Things are getting a bit tight. So they've done like a 6-week push where they're just asking people over the next 6 weeks to come in and book a table and what have you.
Okay.
And on the front of the window of the restaurant, their kind of tagline is "Chop, Chill, and Chat" or something like that. And I just thought to myself, I'm putting it out there. I already put a post out on Instagram and tagged them in it, but I'm putting it out there again. Is I think what would be amazing, like in the new year, we all go there and do a Chophouse from there.
100%. I would have suggested exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Book, and we pay for everything.
We pay for it. No, so
Yeah,
we
we
pay
say,
for
look,
everything.
we pay for everything.
We're coming.
We're going to do some content.
Yeah,
in
we're
your
going to do
space.
some content
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
space.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I say we go. Maybe we invite Aaron,
Yeah.
Franklin,
Yeah.
and the aunties.
True. Okay.
We have a big one.
That's a
and
big
then
one.
just,
We're going to need a whole load of mics.
Yeah, for real. All right, but wind that back. I wasn't thinking about the technicals.
No, listen, you know, we will have
We'll
the
make it
side
work.
there.
We'll make it work. But
Yeah,
I think, and then also it would just be, I would love to do that and just be like, let's get a bag of people down there,
Yeah.
pay our money, eat.
But will it, the new year, would that fit in their 6 weeks push, do you think?
Well, it will come just outside. Obviously, I think because it's just too soon to organise. But why I said the new year is, again, for small businesses, the new year is quiet.
It can be quiet, yeah.
So,
okay.
Boom.
Let's do that.
So we'll put it out there. So
amazing.
Chukus, if you are listening,
Or anyone who knows Chukus.
yes.
Anyone who has any access, please get in contact.
Please.
Comments.
We'd like to do that.
You know.
We'd like to do that.
Yeah.
But bro, how are you?
I'm okay. Like, the week is always, well, sometimes can get a bit sticky with a lot of the things that I'm involved in. And Wednesday was that day.
Okay.
So to get to this day,
You're like,
I'm gassed. You know, like, I'm at home and I'm just like, yeah, I made it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
but then I got a call this morning, and Kane was looking to do. He was saying there was a possibility to do a show out in Dubai, but December.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, cool, waiting for December. Then I get a call today saying, it's moved forward. We're going to be doing it next week.
Just go.
Bro, so the relaxing week, I thought, when I get past this way, it'll be cool. Nah, it's now busy again.
So you're
Now I'm going to take a flight. Yeah, I'll probably go to Dubai.
I want to come.
The problem is, like, I feel so bad because everybody always comes to talk to me about my stuff. And they're like, nah, Mike, that must be, bro, for me, it's work.
It's work. I get it. It's
so
work, innit?
and you know what? I've worked hard to be here,
Absolutely,
do all of those things, all of that,
100%,
blah, 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 whatever. Cool. But on the flip side, it's like, bruv, sometimes Michael, be happy. But in my head, I'm like, it's just a headspace that I have to put myself into work.
I know that you're grateful.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
But at the same time, it is like you said, you're focused on the work. You know what I mean?
And it's doing a good job.
Yeah.
That's what the job comes in. You can't have fun on a job.
Yeah.
You've got to be serious. You've got to be connected. You've got to stay mindful.
So when you're out there, what would you be doing?
So every now and again, I've DJ'd for him.
Oh,
Just DJ'd for him.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And obviously for me, it's not like as what we've done before where I'm producing and stuff. So yeah, that's way more time consuming. This is a little bit less. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then also at the same time, it's a good time because
Yeah,
obviously
brilliant.
he's my brother and that. So we get the opportunity to just chill out.
Chill
And
out.
just, a little bit.
Nice.
But it's a
Nice,
job.
Nice. I like that.
But yeah, I thought I was gonna have more of a relaxed rest of the month.
But bro, you're gonna be in Dubai.
Yeah,
It's hot.
It is.
It's hot, and that is what I am missing right now.
What heat?
Oh man.
You see Ghana, that's where you want to be. Anyway,
Bro, I the thing is, at the moment, I'll flipping take Spain, bro. Like just for some heat.
do it. Is Spain? What's the weather now in Spain? Is it a little bit more cooler?
I think so, but I'm gonna ride out the year, but I have to go in the new year.
That's the one thing. So Saturday is Dad's birthday.
Oh wow.
So I've been trying to make
this Saturday coming.
this Saturday coming. So I've been trying to kind of make sure that I'm totally free because the one thing I wanted to do was just chill with the fam. So we're just gonna cook.
That's nice.
Go to the grave. Like what I've been doing, my thing with him now, because every time I used to come to that, I'd be like, Mike, I say, yes, daddy, do you want it, bud? You want a beer? Come and give me the beer, crack that, we'll drink that. So I always bring a beer. Yeah. So usually the beer's there, and I just replace it each time. Yeah, so we'll do that, we'll chill. So yeah, like you said, ride out the year. That's what I'd like to do, but obviously Dubai now.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good, baby. It's all good. It's all good, man.
Yeah, but how about you, bruv? How you doing, bruv? You did say something to me earlier.
What was that?
Just the notion of obviously being,
tired.
Yeah. You was tired last week.
The thing is, I need to get away. Like I need to get. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. I need to get away, because it is it's a long drawn out tired. So I'm getting up. I'm doing what it is that I need to do. But I also know that I need to take a step back. And think, like even today, somebody tagged me this morning, right, in the new John Lewis Christmas ad. All right,
I don't think I've seen it yet.
Okay, And it's about, so the reason why they tagged me in it, it's a girl that I say a girl, a woman that I went to school with. And so she tagged me in this John Lewis Christmas ad because the theme is around being fostered. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And not too recently, Akai was in a documentary.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Where he was playing a young Jimmy Akínbọ́lá, and the documentary Handle with Care was about Jimmy's his experience in the care system. And my friend who tagged me in this video, she was also brought up in the care system as well. Okay. And so now, like, this John Lewis advert came into the mix, and John Lewis makes some great adverts. So she tagged me in the post, clicked on the video, started watching it. Bro, like, I don't know if it's because being slightly closer to the subject matter through Akai doing the documentary. Halfway through the thing, I'm just like,
oh my God. This crime thing, bro, the way it's been flying around and just coming for us, bro. Like, oh my gosh, man. Each week there is something that, I don't know if it's just getting older, or you know what I've put it down to is understanding the subject matter that you're connected with, in the sense of what you just said. But like, once you've had that emotion or that feeling, you place that on the scenario, absolutely. And that's what age provides.
Somebody said to me, sad people or people who are sad because they know too much. Yeah.
I've had a thought process that, and please, no one think that I'm giving any kind of medical advice. Listen, when you're on the net, bruv, the disclaimer.
Yeah, for real.
That it's not medical advice, but I've thought about, and I've used it as a kind of as an inspiration for one of my pieces, a show called Black, White, Grey. The notion of sensitivity being connected, and obviously, essentially, that sensitivity turning people crazy, mad. Because you're so sensitive, you're receiving all of these different sources of information, energy that people perceive it as, oh, you're going wild, but no, you're just full.
As
to exploding.
I found myself thinking a lot about the future, but not about my future. About the boy's future.
Yeah, come on. Now that's parenthood. What you just spoke about, there's a whole nother.
Yeah, but then it's there's a sadness in the uncertainty. So you see a lot of the effery happening in the world, and then there's a sadness around that uncertainty. So, anyway. But,
wow, bro, you just went to. We haven't even started.
Yeah, I know. We haven't
and
even.
That's like. That's a very, very good conversation.
Yeah.
And I feel kind of. I don't know whether.
The funny thing
actually,
is,
let's leave it to the comments.
Okay,
if we should, because the Chophouse is what we're going to do today. You put a lot of work into that.
But the funny thing is like the first video is going to completely change the tone.
Exactly. There we go. So it feels like I feel like we do have a couple of standalone topics which are worth kind of discussing.
We'll
and maybe that's one. Because, bruv, that is really, really poignant and I think beautiful, even though it did sound quite sad, is that there is the unknown. Yeah. Which, and then you look at where we are, just seeing the politics, inflation rates, interest rates, all of that. Damn.
But then, again, obviously not to dwell on it too much, but from a parent stance, when I do think about all of those things, then another thought also drops into my head, and it's actually from Black Panther, right? I think I've said this to you before. So there's a scene in the Black Panther.
The first one.
The first one. I haven't watched the second one yet.
I watch it tomorrow, actually.
Are you watching it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Watching it. It's one of my Ruben Christian. You know Ruben?
Yeah, I know Ruben.
Yeah, it's his birthday.
Go on.
So he's kind of like said, everyone come enjoy my birthday, Wakanda style. Nice, so I managed to find some free time. So
brilliant.
I'm just gonna go.
Oh yeah, I wanna watch that. But yeah, so in the first one, when he takes the heart shape herb and he goes to
bro, no.
What? That's what it's called.
No, hold on. Americans say this herb thing, fam.
What did I say?
You said it how they said it. You said it how they said it. So obviously, when you hear the Rastaman's tune, they'll be like, "Smoke the herb." Yeah. Is it herb?
It's herb.
But why did they say herb? But it's not a herb. A herb, I think, in the American standpoint, is different than a herb.
I thought they're the same thing. It's a pronunciation.
I thought it was the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Bruv. All I know is you used it, and I'm like,
It's
you're
the herb.
from London.
It's
fam.
the herb, man.
You're from London.
Nah,
England.
bruv, man. I'm from wherever the herb is from.
So anyway, the shop,
Yeah, so-
heart-shaped herb.
The heart-shaped herb.
Okay.
And his dad says to him, because obviously he's about to become king, and he says, "Oh, Dad, I'm not ready." And the dad's like, "No, of course you're ready to be king." And he goes, "No, I'm not. It's not that. I'm not ready to let you go."
Yeah.
And then the dad says to him, like, it's the job of the father to make sure that the son is ready. And have I ever let you down yet? And so then it kind of, whenever I have those thoughts about the world, oh, shame. You know what's
Was that
hilarious?
an alarm?
That's an alarm, you know?
Yeah, I use that alarm. Oh, go to bed. Mad. You are lying to yourself.
Absolutely.
Go to bed. Have you ever gone to bed 8:45?
Once. Like literally the first time I set the alarm.
And what was the point? Just more sleep?
Just to more sleep.
Okay. Anyway, the herb.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
he said, "Have I ever let you down yet?"
Right. Mhm.
And he said, "No." And so whenever I think about that scene, or rather whenever I think about the world and everything going on, it's almost like that scene in the movie grounds me, where I'm just like, all right, so my job is just to prepare them for whatever.
100%.
You know, for whatever. My job is to prepare them.
You know what? I don't know if you've seen this on my WhatsApp profile name. I just say everything is borrowed.
I've not seen it.
That's the thing that I've come to kind of lock in now.
I like that.
Yeah, everything on this planet is just borrowed, bro. Because we have to give it up at some point. So if you know that, you got to leave it in a good state for the next person to take.
If you care.
If you care. And that's bruv, I'm telling you, that's my mantra for life. Like, understand everything is borrowed. It's not, our time is borrowed. It's not our own.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so be mindful with how you're using every other aspect of what your life is.
And I think even more so, recent events within our family have shown, we don't have anything other than this moment.
All borrowed, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Anyway.
absolutely. All right, listen.
Bro, we've gone round the houses.
We've gone round the houses.
Mad.
I feel like that intro could be a show on its own.
For sure.
But this is the Chophouse, and if you don't know by now, this is me dumping all of the stuff that I find on my journeys on the internet and bringing it to the Chophouse table and just chopping it up with Mike. Sorry, before I get into this, I did want to say, because the day that this comes out is World Kindness Day. Okay.
So are you going to try and be kind, Russell?
I'm going to try and be kind. I'm going to really try to be kind. Okay. I might fail.
Bro, you are totally going to fail. You are the failingest guy of all time when it comes to this kindness thing on this podcast.
No, I can be kind. I can be kind.
Me and Nana always like, Russ, bro, we see the another side of you, man.
All right, World Kindness Day. I'm going to be kind.
All right, let's see.
I'm going to be kind. So this first video, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Here, take this.
Keys?
We have a restaurant in Atlanta. Woo! I took some of the money and I took out your account. I know you're gonna.
You talking about you got a restaurant in Atlanta?
I know you're gonna be upset.
Anna, you got your mind?
I know you're gonna be upset.
Are you lying to me or not?
No.
What are you talking about?
What is so confusing? You said you need another restaurant. So I got you what you needed, and I got you a restaurant in Atlanta.
You use his money.
Why would you go behind my back and take the money? 1.3 million?
Why are you screaming?
What's gotten into you?
Relax yourself. 'Cause I thought you wanted to be big boss chef.
Anna,
You scared?
yo, y'all just did a deal behind my back.
So it's a good deal.
You can't do this, Anna.
Relax.
I trusted both of
You
you.
trusted us, and we
He's
were
about to
making
cry.
businesses, and you good. So why you being weak right now? Stand strong. What's wrong with you? Come here. Come here. Relax.
What the
Relax. Got better news for you. We decided, look at me,
What?
that all three of us are gonna be in a relationship now.
What are you talking about?
All three of us now.
What
We love you.
are you talking about?
Danny's gonna be our partner in life now. You hear me? Come here. Surprise. Relax. Listen, you should be excited. We're giving you what you want. All these
Oh my God!
Landy,
No!
home.
No!
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh!
Come on,
Oh!
baby. Get the bag. Bitch, a restaurant in Atlanta,
No!
he acting dumb like that. You got two
Oh my God!
Russell! Oh my God! Oh. Russell, I'm dead! I'm dead! Oh! 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 Oh!
Charlie, are you okay?
Oh my God! No! No! Russell, what the hell did we just watch? Oh my God! Bro, that's too much.
Bro. You know,
Oh
I
my
think
God.
I will say this. I think I will say this. This is episode 13 of the podcast, and I think so far this is my all-time favorite clip. Like every time I was going through this clip, I was like, nah, this shit is levels, yeah. Because it's like, let's just walk through that, yeah. So you come back, and then my girl's there.
Oh my
She's
God.
like, I got some news for you. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
cool. What's happening?
What's the news? She's like, I got us a restaurant. So I'm watching this thinking, right, that's
beautiful.
that's
Thank you.
yeah. Okay. And then she's like, then you realize it's with his money, yeah. 1.3 million. And then you know when the video switched for me? Is like when she switched on him.
Like, what's wrong with you, dude?
She was like, what's wrong with you?
She said,
stand up,
stand strong.
stand strong. I was like, nah, bruv. All the emotions were going everywhere.
Bruv,
I'm like,
he's thinking, she said, you want to be big chef.
all of the emotions.
Bruv.
All of the emotions.
Bruv, that is insane.
And then, just to top it off, where
From
you're like,
nowhere.
where you're just like, oh, this is mad. Like, this is mad.
What the hell
And
is
it's
going
like,
on?
we are going to be
Yeah, the relationship.
the three of us.
And he's like, what are you talking about? And then next minute, one kisses him.
And then
One
the other.
kisses it, bruv. There was too many emotions.
You know what the killer bit was? Is as they're walking up the stairs, they're like, I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know why he's bugging. He got 2 restaurants and 2 bitches. Bro. I mean, me personally, I also don't know what's wrong with him.
Bro. What? Huh?
Nah, take it on the chin, bro.
Excuse me?
Take it on the chin.
Nah, you're content. You're trying to get content.
No.
You're trying to get fucking content.
Listen.
I'm not having
Listen. All right. $1.3 million is a lot of money. Yeah. However, you ain't taking $1.3 million out of the bank account. Yeah. All right, all right. I wish she was here for this, actually.
No.
Nana, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Nana, yeah, turned around and was like, I've taken 1.3 million out of the account, and that restaurant that you said that you always wanted to open up, I've gone and done it for you. Yeah. Number one, I know Nana, right? So I know that if she's taken 1.3 million out of the account, I know that there's still at least another 1.3 million in the account. Do you know what I mean? Like, so we're not going to have 1.4 million and then you've taken out 1.3 million and then we just got to run on 100. Like, I know that whatever's left, you haven't left us in a thing. Bro. So therefore, the 1.3 into the new restaurant, I know that's going to bring us money back.
My dude, those women weren't Nana. The way those women were moving, I don't think they had the same.
What do you mean?
Thought processes in their head.
What was their thought
Nana
process?
would have had in their
What
head.
was their thought process?
Bro, they thought it would be cool on TV or whatever. Bro, there was editing. Yeah, to tell this brother about 1.3 million. Cuss him out as if he had a problem. Yeah, then tell him now we're going to be in a relationship. Messing with these guys' emotions. They had no context of thinking that that might be the wrong way for us to do or to receive or to send any of this message to this man. I don't think they have the same sensibilities to turn around and say, we will not be doing this unless there's half, at least only that's half, we can buy it twice, basically.
You're making a judgment call there,
100%. Weren't you, Russell?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what we did, you just don't like the fact that what I've said makes a lot of sense.
No. I can't even say that.
They had, bruv, the big thing for me that I was watching was the fact of his reaction.
He was upset though.
Bruv, his emotions were just like, I don't even know what ride at the fair, bruv. Just, bruv, it was too much.
All right, look.
He said, "What do you mean?" And then, bruv, wasn't there? Wait, in his hand, wasn't there like a what do you call it? A fake boob.
What? A boob?
Boob. What do you call them things? What do you call them things? Implant. Bruv, they put implant in his hand.
At what point?
Bruv, I thought that was going to be part of the conversation. That's why I said that. Look at the top. So before he wows out, bruv, there was an implant in there, bruv. Look. Oh, it wasn't an implant. It was a glass. Why was an implant? So in my head, I was like, oh, they're coming to tell him about their breasts getting done or something like that.
Do you know how many times I've watched that video and I'm sitting there thinking, how have I missed that? How implant, you know?
Bro, I lost my mind. Sorry. You know, my eyes ain't the best nowadays. Bro.
Mate, it's the kiss, mate. It's the kiss for me.
Bro, look at him. He was stressed. Look at him. And you can see he's a shanty man as well. He looks like he'll be my cousin.
He looks a bit like Richard, to be fair.
Yeah, too. Oh. He looked like he could be my cousin or my family, bro. Nah, man. Bro, they did him dirty. Too many emotions.
Bro,
too many bloody emotions, bro.
That was a lot.
Bro, no, I believe for Bads, you said what you just said.
No, all right.
For Bads.
Okay, so Mike, this situation happens to you, okay? And I'm setting the scenario. Please, all right, I'm setting the scenario.
Go ahead.
She's taken 1.3.
1.3.
But there's more than enough in the bank account. So you're not. She hasn't been financially reckless. Okay.
All right.
All right. So, and you know, like obviously I've edited parts out of the clip, but she's like a partner in the business. So obviously for her to be a partner in the business,
she knows that she's going to be a part of growing and building that business.
Exactly. So you know, it's not like she's done it and she's left you.
Okay, so I understand why you're saying I'm making a judge. Okay, cool.
Right. Okay.
I see that now. Okay.
So you're this guy now.
Mm-hmm.
She comes in, she says that, and then on top of that, she's like, plus our beautiful friend over here will now join us in this relationship. Is this not a good look? Don't lie.
I'm gonna lie. Russell, I don't know how this is gonna sound, but for me, in both those scenarios, there's a lot of work to do.
I'm not even gonna deny that.
That's all I'm saying. I'm thinking that there's a lot more to maintain.
Yep.
There's a lot more to look after.
Yep.
And maybe that's a very male thing to think. But bruv, I'll rather just have.
There's double to maintain. There's double to look after. There's double the reward.
But, which is true. But in the back of my mind, I do feel like I would have wanted to at least be prepared for the decision to happen. So there is an onboarding of all of these new changes because it just happened in one moment.
But here's the thing. It happened in one moment, all right? But, you know, again, as a woman, you can't just turn, or even as a partner in a relationship, you can't just turn around and be like, okay, we're adding a third person into the relationship unless this has been a thing. And then also the other girl said at one point, she goes, you've got what you wanted now. So which makes me to think that he's probably done a thing with her at some point anyway.
Okay.
Bruv, it's a win-win. Man should be happy.
Bruv, it was too many different emotions all at once, Russell. That's what I think the issue was. He was mad. He was surprised. He was mad. He was upset. He was sad.
That
He
was
was
a roller
confused.
coaster. That was a
He was
roller coaster.
confused. He
That
was
is-
like, he said, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, we're going to be together. Oh my, bruv, it was too much. It was too much, bruv. His body was flung left, right, up, down.
They
Nah.
they put him through the spinner.
Yeah.
They put him through the spinner.
Fully.
But yeah, no, that was from.
What a
I've
clip.
never heard of it before.
I
It's-
need that clip. I need to
it's-
send it to people. Exactly how you've cut it. I need that.
It's from a reality series called Hustle and Soul. I've never heard of it before in my
One
life.
of those ones that just probably stayed in America.
Yeah.
Because like it's like all those other ones, the wives and
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know, the husbands and that.
But I watched
Wow.
that and I was like, I could actually watch this show, like just for context. Like I need to know how my guy got into this situation.
And is he a chef? He must.
Yeah,
be
yeah, he's a
though.
chef. He's a chef. Yeah,
Must be a good chef as well.
Yeah.
Bro. 1.3 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're all right. You're nice. Just be happy that someone wants to take the load off.
Bro, that sounds like put the load on. What do you mean?
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to be too graphic, but bruv, now in a situation where he's trying to please his wives, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, but you don't have to please them both at the same time.
Okay.
So listen, right?
You know,
So
I stand
where
corrected.
I got this clip from, right, is there's an Instagram page called Black Polygamy. Right.
Wait.
Okay.
You see, Nana needed to be here. Why the hell are you watching Black Polygamy, bro?
So
Your answer better be very, very good.
because
Content.
I saw one video of like these
Oh my
a guy and two
gosh.
girls like kissing. It kind of went viral the other day, and they were like, you know, this is we're you know in a relationship, the three of us.
Mhm.
And then I followed it through to the page, and it was like Black Polygamy. And I was like, let me follow and see what type of content pops up.
I think what's interesting is, and I've heard of this in other circumstances, is that usually there's one before the other one, right?
Yeah.
So that time has passed.
Mm.
And then someone who was already there and had, you know, exclusivity now has to turn around and go, oh, okay, I have to just accept this now.
Mm.
And then it can be quite difficult to.
But from what I've seen, just through going through videos on this page, and then I ended up on a YouTube page of one couple as well. And it always seems to me like it's very much a we thing as opposed to
Has to be, yeah.
yeah.
Everyone has to be tied in, I guess.
Yeah, and if I'm gonna go out on a limb a little bit, the slightly more excited party has always been the woman, in the sense of like having this sister wife as well and whatnot have you, and it's like they have their own.
Oh man, it's so, you know. Obviously, I don't have no experience in any of that stuff.
No,
No, at all. But on the flip side, yeah, man. You know, I feel like it's a particular. I mean, it's been done on so many different planes.
Yeah, I
meaning
mean-
in life, in the world, in religions, in
back home.
back
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
But bro, it's like, I don't know, man. I actually don't know what to say, because it's like two things are going through my head. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but then also at the same time, I don't think I've sat down and thought about it that much. I think really where I land is, are they happy?
Yeah.
If everyone is happy, then
If everyone's happy, then
What can you say?
What can you say? My thing is, what I will say is, most guys probably would look on that situation and be like, yeah, man would love that.
I
But
don't-
as you said, like the reality is, if that situation was brought to me, there would be a level of excitement, but there would really and truly be like, yo, that's an extra level of responsibility. That's an
Yeah.
extra mouth to feed. There's extra stress.
exactly.
It's extra stress.
And well,
And they don't look like
let's-
two easy chicks.
Let's say, well, bruv, there was no compassion. That's what I think the biggest problem for me. And I was laughing, not at that unfortunate eventuality for him. I was laughing at the fact that his emotions were just being thrown everywhere, bruv.
It was like,
Oh
she's like,
my-
what's wrong with you?
It is.
What's wrong with you? She was so New York.
Bruv, man had no.
I thought you was a big baller. I was like, raw. Like, can't even let the news just land a little bit.
Fam.
Like, Give
On
man a little
TV.
breathing. No,
It has to be a setup.
bro.
It's a lie.
Mate.
Well, you never know anyway.
There you go. Anyway, I told you it was a random one.
Bruv, there's no way we would have the seriousness of that conversation prior
Mad.
to going to this.
Mad. I don't even know, like,
I
if
don't
you're...
think I've laughed like that on this podcast.
And the thing is, I think your laugh could be one clip on its own. It could be one clip on its own. Because that was just, that was a mazza. That was a mazza. But that is reality TV. But from one reality show to another reality show.
Okay.
The Jungle.
Okay.
I'm thinking to myself, this is going to be something I saw.
Why didn't it?
Yeah, why? Yeah.
Because there's honest truth is because there's so few ways in which politicians can show that we're human beings. So I just thought it'd be good to see that. And I like, I've got a sense of adventure.
So you kind of want people to see you for you.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So if I can use this to sort of peel myself back a bit
Yeah.
and just be
But
me,
but
that's
I can
better.
imagine it would not have gone down well at all at home.
Well,
God, you have to expect that
yeah.
because Parliament is still sitting. We're not in
Yeah.
recess.
Yeah.
We've
But I
still got
genuinely think that because we've now got sort of stability, that is,
We've
after
had stability for 5 minutes, man.
yeah, but Rishi's great. He'll be fine.
But you can understand if people aren't very happy at home with that.
I understand that, but of course I get that, right? But I also just think that sometimes you've got to do things differently.
So Rishi, we're going on I'm a Celeb is the way to do it. But you're doing you, and it's a decision that you've made. And it'd be really, honestly, it would be fascinating just to see.
You know what, right? I'm trying not to swear on this podcast, right? But this man is a fucking pumplex. He really is. Like, he really, really is. But before I go in, you said, what did you think it was going to be when I said Jungle? What clip did you think it was going to be?
I thought it was going to be Babatunde.
So that's what it was originally. So literally up until this thing
sad
came
for
out,
Baba, man.
I was, all right, you know what? Let's talk about Bubba for a second because that was actually the original clip. So I had the clip of him over the edge. Yeah. And then I had the second clip when he was, I don't know if you saw it, like, so he was back in the jungle now, but so the public have voted him to do another thing with heights again.
No.
And I just, you know what it was? That first clip, I was like, I don't know Babatunde.
I've met him a few times, but early on in his career.
I've met him like really early on, right? But I felt for this brother, because when you're just witnessing somebody really confronting their fear, like that's a real.
Was that his fear?
Yeah,
Heights.
yeah. So what I was getting from, I swear, I think after this, I think I'm actually going to start watching it. But what I was getting from like reading comments and stuff like that is that he had said this was a fear. And then obviously as he had been on that thing and the way he had reacted, then the British public being the British public were like, well, let's vote him in again, tell. And then they had him on another one.
So did he manage to do that second one?
I think the second one he managed to do.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well
and so
done.
it's just like big up to Babatunde.
Yeah, man.
But it's not an easy thing.
Just seeing him go, I can't do this.
Yeah.
When he said, and you knew that was the end of it.
Yeah.
He'd seen his other compadres get there. The other woman was there.
Yeah, Charlene was already there.
That's the thing, bruv, I'm doing fast.
Yeah, it was like, what, because again, in that video, and I was compressing it, even as I was compressing it, I was like, there's bits I don't even want to take out because I want people to understand the fullness of the journey that he went through and I didn't even want it to look like
we're just poking fun and
because it was just like, nah, brother, like when I tell you the way I was feeling for my guy, and then they said to him, he's there and they go, Baba, the longer you take, the longer Charlene is gonna be out there.
Yeah.
And so then that's an extra level of pressure.
Yeah.
And I felt for that guy.
But this is about Hancock, bruv.
Bruv.
I'm confused as to why he went into the jungle. The way
he's a pumplex.
The way he started that point, that kind of gave it a glimmer of hope to like, oh, there's gonna be a reason.
Do you know who he reminded me of there when he did that? Stormzy.
As I promise, like, and even it's been a weird these past few months, and knowing out.
I thought there was going to be a glimmer of hope of him just be saying something that could really give context to the notion of what he feels MPs, politicians need to do to get the public, the voting public as well, back on their side.
Their job.
Bro.
How about just doing your job?
And I think that's what's scary. Because, like, okay, I don't think this is going to be a popular comment for me to say this. But you know, when he did the madness with he cheated on his wife. Yeah. And he did it in a terrible setting.
Yeah.
Also, when his party had made particular rules that we all had to abide by, one's even connected to intimacy, he broke them. But you know what it made me think, bro? And this is where I think it goes a bit left. Is that he knew her from school, right? They were like, they grew up together, whatever. In that time, bro, should you not understand a man and a woman just trying to find in amongst all of that? Because his phone must have been popping. When anything went down, his phone must have been popping. How do we feel about a man? Actually, Nana would be good for this question as well. And a woman just trying to find something that could ground them, or they just want to feel. That's what I thought at that time. Even though you should have been doing, like you said, they should have been doing their jobs.
Do you know what? I agree with you, right? I actually do agree with you. However, my issue is this. MPs, police officers, doctors, nurses. I think when you're in one of those professions, you are held to a higher level of accountability than other people. Yeah. But
then they should be afforded that, because I don't think, sorry to cut you, but I don't think MPs and nurses and doctors, like, it's comparable as to how they're remunerated and looked after, if you get my point.
Absolutely. It's because even I started when I brought especially nurses into there.
Yeah.
And obviously they've just voted to strike now as well. But you know what? Let's keep them out. Let's just focus on the MP. My guy sat there. All right, there's two things I want to say about this clip. So I want to talk about him, and I want to talk about Charlene and how black women get treated in those spaces as well.
Oh wow!
Okay,
you felt like there was something going on.
Yeah, so there was. So obviously, in looking for this clip, I've seen other clips of other stuff. Okay. Right. So first of all, Matt Hancock, you cock. Couldn't help it. You sat there and you're like, you're in here because you want the public to see a more human side of you. Meanwhile, you're an MP, okay? MPs hold surgeries, like every week. Yeah. What could be more human than allowing your constituents to come in and see you? Because right now you're in the jungle, your constituents can't see you. But yet you think flying halfway around the world, eating kangaroo balls, and lying down with spiders and whatnot have you, is going to make you appear more human. You think taking a check from ITV, which is, if it's not 6 figures, it's going to be close to 6 figures, you think that's going to make you appear more human. Bruv, you're buzzing and you're mocking people. But the thing that really pissed me off, how I came across this story was a post on Facebook, I think it was from the Daily Mail or whatever, and it was the comments in that post, and it's like how people's memories are so frigging short, like ridiculously short, like to the point I took a screenshot of some of the stuff that people were saying. Can't stand Charlene, and I've never liked her, and she wants to remember she's in the jungle, not at work.
Why did you do the voice change? Can't stand Charlene,
because that is what Sharon sounds like. Yeah.
Oh, her name's Sharon as well.
Still, Shazza. Still, I guess that gets her out of wearing a poppy this year. Matt came across very well. You know what's mad? It's people are still mad about Charlene exercising her democratic right not to wear a poppy. And they're more mad about that than this man presiding over a shambolic period in our history and actually... This man gave money to his pub landlord to make PPE. And you guys are still worried about Charlene wearing a poppy. Now, the other thing I want to talk about. So
this one's got you riled up.
You know what it is, yeah? What a lot of people in spaces don't like or don't know how to handle is, especially in a black woman, is when a black woman is confident and just knows what she's doing, right? So
Her questions were very, very good.
Yeah. And so Boy George is in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And so there was a scene where they've been given all these ingredients, and Charlene is basically saying, do that with this, do that with this, don't do that. So she's organizing the kitchen, right? And then you see everybody sitting down and they're like, this meal is banging. Like, I haven't had, everyone's like, thank you, Charlene. Meanwhile, my guy, Boy George, is off like talking about, yeah, well, she's in control. I won't say anything. You know when somebody's back is out because you're just like, actually, that person, I want to be confident and strong like that person, but I'm actually not. And it's just, for me, I was sad because I was like, I know that they're really going to put her in that place where they like to put black women. And so already she's been called the matriarch and this, that, and the other. And it's like, hey, no, stop it, man. Bro. Like, you're going to go for her while Matt Hancock, nah, do better.
You know what's crazy, though? You know what I thought when you made your first comment about the surgeries?
Mm-hmm.
How many Brits know about surgeries? And how many Brits would actually go to said surgery to go and have a conversation with their local MP?
Yeah.
And when he says he wants to reach the British public, maybe he has a point, because they will be sitting down watching The Jungle.
Yeah, but they're not. He hasn't spoke about surgeries.
No. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But in the mind of I'm not actually. I don't think I have an opinion here. Not because I don't think that it's valid. I think that you've explored it in ways that I haven't had even the time to kind of consider. But when you said that, that's what I thought. I started thinking about the British public and where their attention is.
Right. Yeah. But
so in a roundabout way, would their attention actually be in The Jungle?
Well, it is now. But what it's also done, it's like Men in Black, where they come with the
they go and just flash the light. Bruv, I mean, it's strange because we've seen a whole reality TV star become a president of the whole United States. So we know that maybe Hancock's going to get some points.
Can you imagine if he became the next prime minister?
Likeable, did a good job. He was proud.
Drop me out.
We're proud of Matt.
Drop me.
He did great in it. He stood up to Charlene.
Out. Drop me out. Bro. If that ever happens. If this man goes...
Bruv, there's been a president of the United States who was a reality TV star. There was nothing more to say as... Like, anything can happen. We've had COVID. Anything can happen.
How can the UK be taken seriously on the world stage when they can go, your prime minister ate kangaroo bum? It's impossible. It's impossible.
That's not fair. Someone might like kangaroo bum. It might be tasty.
Bro.
Just because we haven't tasted it.
It could taste like turkey tail.
No, I'm not. Trophy. Bro, I'm not involved. Nah. But we're already a laughing stock in terms of what's happened with our nation currently with our MPs, from Boris all the way through to Liz Truss and now with Rishi. You know, how will anyone be taking us seriously? It's difficult.
But you know what's funny is that I actually believe that people would still, like in this country, take Matt over Rishi. Like, given the opportunity, I could see this happening. I could see Matt going into the jungle, winning the jungle, coming out, getting the whip back, and then by then Rishi's done something and the people have lost confidence, like they've lost confidence with Liz.
Bro, he said Rishi would do a good enough job. He said Rishi
will
be fine.
Did you see the video of Rishi blanking him?
No.
You know, there's that viral video of Obama, and he's like going around hugging people.
Oh yeah.
Similar thing. So he's like the line of people, and he's shaking the hands, and he just walks straight past Matt Hancock.
Does he see him,
bro?
Had Matt done the madness already?
I don't know, but mate, the way I saw that, Rishi knows something about
But
it.
if everyone's
'Cause
shaking hands,
it's a
COVID couldn't have been around.
Yeah, it's like really recently. This is really
Oh,
recently.
okay. So he's done the
Yeah, so you know he's like you know what's coming in it.
Fam,
Yeah.
Anyway, like.
All right. Anyway, fuck Matt.
There was an interview where you talked about, oh, do you get stick for this or that, for like having openly sort of Christian lyrics? And you said, no, to be fair, that's not what I get grief about. If I get grief, it's for being unapologetically black.
Yeah.
Do you remember saying that? Yeah. And I was really struck by that. And I just wondered what being unapologetically black means to you.
It just means like, it's just like, it's funny, but it's just like, I'm black, innit? Like, I feel like sometimes it's like, not a lot of people, but there's some people you don't realize it's like, I'm definitely black in terms of like, my issues are going to be black. The things I care about are mostly going to be about black people. The classic one was the scholarship, where it's like, I'm doing a scholarship for black kids, and it's like...
Right. For people who don't know, it's a scholarship established with your money and it was for black kids to go to Cambridge.
Yeah. And then people was like, what? And it's like... And I was like, yeah, I fully understand everyone's disparate. It's like, I'm black, innit?
What, there was some dissent, like a few people had issues with that, didn't they?
Yeah, like there was a lot of backlash around it. A lot of the time, I could tell people weren't actually being horrible. There were some people who were genuine, like, hey, Storms, like, I'm from a working class background, like
white people.
Yeah.
And
White
they'd be
people,
like, well,
Asian people.
why can't I apply for your scholarship?
That's why I used to feel like I had a duty to explain them. Whereas now I'm like, well, I'm kind of tired of explaining, and it's just like that's dearest to my heart, like, and coming from where I come from, that's like the pressing matter on my heart. So.
And I think because there's obviously been black people in the public eye going back decades, you know, maybe what's changed is this sort of sense that maybe before, to be black in the public space, there was some part of you that you had to surrender, right? And now you've shown that need not be the case.
Yeah, at all, like.
It was that last bit that really resonated with me, you know, where Louis said the thing of surrendering a part of you. And I always felt that through my secondary school career, where the school that I went to was a predominantly white school, and I went from my junior school, and my best friend at junior school also, we both went to the same secondary school together, which wasn't like the follow-on school that everybody goes to, so we've gone to a different school. And I would say year 7, cool, but year 8 is where I really began to realize that there was certain things that I couldn't do or say. Or rather, if I did do or say these things, I would leave myself open to people, I guess, ridiculing my blackness, you know. So I might say in it, I might say wicked.
Just those.
Yeah. You know, I'm out in Romford, innit? Right? And people, they would pick up on these things. And I remember one time, like my best friend at the time, he said something to me. Again, I can't remember what it is that I did or said. And he was just like, oh yeah, but my brother says I'm acting too black anyway.
Was it a black guy?
No, it was a white guy. It was a white guy. And
you or he is?
So my white friend, his brother told him that he was acting too black.
Mad.
And so it's all of these things, especially when you're young and you're that age.
You want to fit in.
You just want to fit in. That's just my friend. Like we've been friends for years, and then you begin to notice the difference. And it's like white people generally get to be white or have their culture, and as only recently, I guess, that they're being challenged by it now, but they get to do that without necessarily being challenged. Whereas the moment we try and do something, then it's like, you know, for example, Primark recently, they've released their Christmas campaign, and it was like a selection of black families, and then, you know, like clockwork, you go into the comments, the woke agenda, this, that, and the other sort of thing.
Tesco did it last year. All of these things.
Yeah, all of that, and it's just like, I kind of respect Stormzy for, sometimes you just got to be like, some people are going to be upset, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but like, some people are going to be upset. There are so many celebrities that have done scholarships, and generally speaking, when you do a scholarship, you target a set of people, because
of a specific thing
that you have in common with them.
Mm-hmm.
But when that thing becomes color, then all of a sudden you're not allowed to do it. But I just think that if you're going to have that level of vim, when it's like, that's out of order, then I have to see that same level of vim from you fighting racism in other areas as well that are more common. But
I'm gonna put this through another lens, because I was actually talking about it today. There was a time, bruv, when our music, Ghanaian, high life, hip life, when hip life came, and all of that energy, where we had, I don't even want to sing the song, but we had like, you may kiss the bride, that song. Yeah. When we had that era, I remember sitting there going, I wish our music could be out there, in a world where the world enjoys it just the same way we do, because it just became like a functional thing, a party thing, a family thing. And obviously we're here now, where a Burna Boy exists, where a Wizkid exists, where Sarkodie has existed, where all of these other characters that have lived off what really, in some part, Reggie Rockstone and a lot of what the Africans did with today's Afrobeat, because obviously Afrobeat is something else. It was another movement which was funk and African beats coming together at the time of Tony Allen and Fela Kuti and the like. But bro, it's like, that's the moment that I loved, bruv, about that, is that I've had that thought as a black man. The notion of, I knew as a kid anyway, I couldn't hide my Africanness. I had a big broad nose, dark skin. My name is Asante. So I used to walk around, unfortunately, at that time, when I think at that time it was Raga and Jamaican sensibilities was the thing, because that was Shabba, that was Maxi Priest, that they were all in the popular space. Just like how I was thinking about the African thing, right? That was just their music, their artists, and their culture was just put on display. And I've had that thought, as I said, in this particular scenario, that at that time when there was young people pretending to be West Indian, bro, from when I was at school. And then I was front and center with my Africanness. I felt like I couldn't hide it. And there's a black young man who's just saying, I've moved on from that. These thoughts are not even in my head anymore. It's like, that's the reason why we had to do what we had to do. Because when I see Stormzy, I see all the man them. When we were making what we were doing back in the early 2000s, he would have been a young man. He would have been a kid. And we tried, we did our thing. We put what we did forward, from a Dizzy to a Kano to a Wiley to a Skepta. Everyone's doing what they're doing, right? And now we've put a little young man. He would have been a little boy at the time. He's now a big man, and he's able to talk in such a way. And I'm not saying that I have any responsibility. I'm talking about all of us as black people that have been involved in that movement of blackness.
In the culture and the scene.
There is a young man that's able to talk that way, and his head's not going to roll. There's not going to be any dramas around it. He's going to be able to function because there's enough going on in our world, and so much so that our music and our energy and our essence is popular culture.
You know what?
It's beautiful.
You framing it like that, trauma's too much of a big word. I wouldn't call it trauma, but my ism with what happened to me in school, it sits easier with me, because it's almost like, so obviously I'm, not involved in the music scene anyway, but like
music is always going to be my lens.
But like culturally, it's like we have to go through something, and so it gets a little bit easier
each time.
Like I remember
Mental Excel, bruv, was very, very important for that.
In what way?
Bruv, you don't seem to understand. For me, you were the last kind of frontier of blackness being in the city. You guys was the only one that was hosting events that I guess the spaces thought were okay, because we were getting pushed further and further out. We was at Capital Club. We was at I think it was Rococo's at the time. All of these were in West London. Then remember, you guys started moving more to the city. Old Gate, Old Street.
Well, our move to the city was deliberate in the sense that we didn't really resonate with a lot of the West End clubs.
Exactly, bro.
And so we were like, okay, that's not us. We want to do our own thing. And then obviously at the time I was working in the city. And so I would go every lunch break. I would believe I was taking my full 1 hour lunch break, but I would go and I would walk. I would see bars. I'd have conversations. And obviously you can walk in there and have the conversation because you're in a suit.
Exactly.
And people take you a little bit different.
And so this is my point. Sorry to cut you, but that was the original point I was coming to, is that it was the face of us was different.
Right. Okay.
You knew when you went to a Men to Excel, bruv, that you was going to have a time with people who are going to be of a particular stature, a particular level, a particular mindset. And that's taking nothing away from other parts of what our culture exists, because all of those things have validation. But it really was another representation of who we are as Black people. Do you know what I mean? And I thought that was great. And everyone had a hand in creating this imagery, this space, this idea of what we could be as Black people that Stormzy is now living on, bro.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Nah, yeah.
It's incredible, bruv. And we shouldn't always look at our music. We shouldn't always look at our entertainment. We shouldn't always look at our athletics and our sports as these things that diminish the idea of our value. Because instantly it's like, what about the doctors? What about the nurses? What about... All of those things are just as valid. But this is where the representation matters.
Yeah.
Because here, he's front and center. He probably wouldn't be having the opportunity to have that voice if he wasn't a musician. Yeah. Because he is the result of all of that other work that his parents would have done, that all of his ancestors would have done. I think, is his mum like a nurse?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a nurse's son.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? He has this attitude, this lens to be able to write the records that he writes because of these things. And so, like you said, it is allowing for the other one to move forward and grow. Like, this is where we have to start really focusing our energies as an understanding that there is power in all these small little drops that have kind of come in. Because, bruv, facts. Like, I'm just excited because what's the next you after him going to say?
Yeah, that's it. You said something, might have been on the podcast, might not have been on the podcast, about this generation. Yeah. They grew up on a British diet.
He doesn't know none of that American stuff.
Yeah.
Because his heroes were Kane.
And that's crazy.
It's amazing, bro. And even if we did know they were British, we probably thought they were American.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, back then, it's like someone like an Idris. For him to bust, he had to go to play Stringer Bell.
Yeah.
Lando, I forgot what his name. Lando, whatever his name. He's like, I was showing like someone earlier that Lando, whatever his name, I forgot what his name is. Hopefully you can put his name up in the caption. Bruv, he's a well-known American actor. Big time actor. Have you watched The Devil's Advocate? With Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. Then I can't help you.
Okay.
Because that's like a film he was in.
Okay.
But bruv, he was from Wimbledon.
Oh really?
Yeah. No one would know that. No, not Wimbledon, Lewisham.
Delroy Lindo.
Delroy Lindo.
That's who you're talking about.
That's who I'm talking about. Totally wrong name.
Yeah, Delroy Lindo.
Bruv.
Yeah.
So back then, that's the move a Black British youth had to do to find respect and whatever in his craft.
Yeah. But it is, I still find it amazing because I don't know why. I remember clearly a time, this would have been around when I had my Saab. So it's like early 2000s.
That Saab time.
Saab,
with the drop top.
The drop top.
I remember I used to see you and Jeff, boy. Living.
Enjoying. But we went up to Ipswich, right? And I remember it was in this rave.
Is it up Ipswich?
Yeah, like up to the...
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
And it was in this rave and Titchy Strider was there. But it was a youth.
Yeah.
Like it was a youth.
Yao, he's Yao.
Yeah.
Yao.
All right. And you know how it is in the rave when there's the one mic and they're all riding the beat and the man's waiting to grab the mic.
Yeah, man.
And I remember just standing there like my snobbish self, just thinking like, what are you not doing? Like, no, honestly, like, I was enjoying it, but then I just remember thinking like I didn't get it because they were like, this is their thing, sort of thing. But in my head, my frame of life is you go out and get a 9 to 5 and whatnot have you, sort of thing.
Okay.
And
so what was you thinking about me, boy? Wow.
That's a good question. No, it's a good question. I think here's the thing.
Wow.
During that time, that's when we didn't really, our paths weren't really.
It's true.
So probably in answer to that, I wasn't really thinking anything.
You weren't thinking anything. Yeah. Probably weren't,
and so by the time we
connected
again.
I had some stature by then.
And you were actually one of the pivotal people that made me realize all of that shit is viable.
And you know what? I used to have them talks with you guys in the car. I'm like, so when you quitting?
Yeah.
Remember I used to do that all the time?
All the time.
When you quit your jobs?
All the time. And it makes me sad because
shit, I forgot about that.
I couldn't see what they could see.
That there was something else.
Yeah. And maybe they couldn't see it.
Maybe they couldn't.
Maybe they were just so passionate about it that they were like, but this is just what I want to do.
And you know what we were? When I look back, all of them, man, Yao, Tinchi, Lethal, do you know what I mean? All of them guys at that time, yeah, bruv. Look at how well they've done now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Them man have had things.
Yeah. And it's
they've
like
done and made moves.
Made things, but then also created something that people can come after and then also still eat.
Yeah. And he would have, Stormzy would have grown up listening to all of that.
It's amazing. It's amazing, really.
It is.
I respect it.
Very good. That was a good clip. Is that a longer interview? Obviously, BBC.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I haven't actually watched the full interview yet. I'm going to sit down and watch it.
Is it an interview or is it like a, what's my man's name?
Louis Theroux.
Yeah, it Theroux's thing?
Yeah, it's Louis. Yeah, so it's a
Is
Louis
he talking
Theroux thing.
to everyone or is he
No,
talking to
it's just Stormzy.
Okay,
just
good.
Stormzy. So
And
yeah,
the bottles of champagne in the background as well.
Did you see with his name on it as well?
No, I didn't see.
Yeah.
And isn't that? Oh, I forgot what the name of that particular spirit is. I forgot the name. He's living, bro. He's got the plaques on the wall. Is that his house or his studio?
It looks like a house.
I don't know. He's got a bit too much champagne for it to be a house like that. It might be the studio.
Who knows? But he's living.
He's
Even though he doesn't have Maya, he's okay.
Bro, that Maya thing is mad, bro. Flipping on.
That one there.
I don't know what Stormzy was doing, bro.
But
you know, sometimes us men, it's stupid, bro. Like, just quiet, sit down, be quiet, sit down. Like, I've made mistakes, yes, and now I know, sit down, be quiet.
It's like, I think it will always hurt. Like, I think it will. It's bro.
Did you see her Wakanda outfit?
No.
Fam, you will find. She decided, I don't know where she was going or whether she was hosting or whatever, but bruv, she had some white, like, head. Yeah. Like,
and was it red as well?
And she had a red dress.
I saw it. Yeah, bro.
And I just was like,
bro.
Stormzy. Every now and again, you look at her and you just go, Stormzy. My brother. Bruv, I remember Sims was just early. Sims was early. Me and Kane, we went to a show or something, was chilling. Come out, decided to go to Sims's event. Walked in, Stormzy had jumped on stage with her. I think they had a new track, something they were making. So they decided to do it. They were doing it. And bruv, there was a young Maya just sitting there, bruv. And she was looking at this guy besotted, bruv. I could just see she was just like besotted. And funny enough, I knew one of her friends. So I didn't know her. So I said, I know so-and-so. Let's take a photo. So we took a photo and I sent it to her. And she's like, oh my God, you know, like whatever. And I just remember when I saw them, I could see like true, like love and, you know, it was real. It was real. So to know, you'd hope that, especially because like, you know, I haven't been the most luckiest in this love thing, but it's like, if you could have someone from the ground up, bruv, it changes the game. Like, in terms of the music thing and all the trappings and all the things that come with it, bruv, it changes the game. To have someone you know that was before it all. So to know that they split, I was sad for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think you hit the nail on the head there, because it is like, it's unparalleled to really to have somebody that you've really gone through the mud with.
Fam. Facts.
Like,
yeah, bro. Because there's certain partners, bro, when it was hard times. You know, where life was not sweet at all. The things I've amassed now, bro, they could only have wished.
Yeah.
I remember it was one ex that she came and ended up working for us. I was supporting, like, when we had that massive financial crash, she was working with one of the other financial organizations. So I said to her, you know, come and work for us, because, like, she'd lost her job. And when I say us, I mean Boy Blue. And she was doing some stuff, and now I've just gone and said something, so everyone's gonna know who I'm talking about. No, it's fine. But yeah, it was such a long time ago. But I remember when she saw, because she was like before everything began, and then she saw, like, she was helping me with just some of my admin and some of my receipts and stuff, and she saw everything, and she's like, "Rah," she goes, "Mike, I know, like, only she would know that, where I've come from," and she's just like, "Rah, Mike, you're like doing this thing." I'm like, yeah, this is what it is now. It's different, you know. But bro, yeah, man, that's what I was sad for Stormzy, because I'm like, Stormzy, you won't get that again, my guy. You won't get that again. Someone who just was there for you, regardless of the situation. For I don't know what he did still to this day. I don't think I've even investigated. No. I've asked no one. I've not asked him. I've kept myself quiet, because I'm just sad for that.
There were so many rumors flying around, but either way, it's irrelevant, innit?
It's totally irrelevant. Like, and I wish him well, because he's important. Mate, he's important.
110%, man. Like, I've got a lot of time for the guy. A lot of time for the guy. But there you go, episode 13.
Wow.
That was it.
That was, bro.
That was it.
I thought that was a really long conversation.
Yeah.
These clips, how do we is it us? Because the first one, is it us that finds the thing, or is the thing in the clip?
I think it's us that finds the thing.
Yeah.
Like, and I think I said it to you before, I think I said it when we were at the Barbican, of how sometimes we can take a really silly, inconsequential clip, and just find something in it, you know. And that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, man.
That's the beauty of it all.
13.
Yes. Wow. All right. Listen, guys, thank you.
Thank you
for sticking with us as always.
No Nana today. So Nana today. The place does feel colder. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Don't tell her that, man.
Bruv, you gotta tell her the truth.
Head's gonna get big, man.
Yes, bruv. She has every right to have the big head, fam.
But I've got to do it.
You married the big head. I'm not saying that head's big.
That's exactly what you said.
I know. I did. I'm saying she has every right to know her power and her worth.
Fair enough. And on that note, you can see it's burning me, innit? It's burning me, like, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. All right. Like, comment, subscribe, share the tin.
Did people subscribe after your big rant the other day?
No. We had a couple.
Oh, very well done.
Yeah. To those
new subscribers,
3 new subscribers, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, because you listened and you took action and you responded, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
For the rest of you guys,
come on.
I wanted to quote the guy from the first clip again, but I can't remember what he said.
Which one?
The one where
the guy,
the 1.3.
Oh my god. Bro, I need that clip.
I'll send you that. Guys, take care. We out. Peace.
Bye.